The White House says it has fired the head of the top U.S. public health agency less than a month after she was sworn in. But her lawyer says she refuses to step down. A spokesperson for the CDC, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, the director, Dr. Susan Monarez, isn't aligned with U.S. President Trump's agenda. She's been facing pressure from the health secretary, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., to change U.S. vaccine policy. Dr. Monarez's lawyers accuse Kennedy of, quote, weaponizing public health for political gain and putting millions of American lives at risk. So Lisa Shing is in Washington tracking the very fast-moving developments on this. The health secretary himself has been speaking on this very issue this morning. Lisa, what's the latest?
Heather, this could have big implications for public health across the United States, considering what has been happening in the last several months with the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. So the head of the CDC, Susan Monarez, and the U.S. Health Secretary, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., have been clashing, considering RFK Jr. is a vaccine skeptic. And according to Monarez's lawyers, the firing is over the fact she declined to support sweeping changes to U.S. vaccine policies. So how all of this played out? The White House, in a statement yesterday, accused Monarez of not being aligned with the president's agenda of making America healthy again, since she refused to resign, it said, despite informing leadership of her intent to do so. The White House has terminated Monarez from her position with the CDC. So this firing reportedly comes after several days of pressure from the administration for her to resign. Monarez's lawyers posted a statement on X saying that she never intended to resign, saying when she refused to rubber stamp unscientific, reckless directives and fire dedicated health experts, she chose protecting the public over serving a political agenda, and for that, she has been targeted. So now what we're looking at is essentially a showdown, because she's rejecting this firing, saying the president himself did not announce it, that it was staffers, and that she can only be terminated by Trump. So have a listen to RFK Jr., who was on Fox and Friends this morning, essentially saying the true causes of the autism crisis will be exposed soon. And I want you to keep in mind that study after study has come out showing there is no link between vaccines and autism.
So we need to look at the priorities of the agency. If there's really a deeply, deeply embedded, I would say, malaise at the agency. And we need strong leadership that will go in there and that will be able to execute on President Trump's broad ambitions.
So with that in mind, have a listen to Monarez during her Senate confirmation hearing just a few weeks ago on her beliefs, which is supported by the scientific community.
I think vaccines save lives. I think that we need to continue to support the promotion of utilization of vaccines. I have not seen a causal link between vaccines and autism.
So now this is just the latest in months of upheaval at the CDC. Monarez fired after just a few weeks in her new role. The agency is dealing with budget cuts. Hundreds of people have been fired. And earlier this month, a shooter opened fire at the agency's headquarters in Atlanta, killing a police officer. And after Monarez's firing, several other senior officials also resigned. So we're looking at an exodus in leadership. So it's right now unclear who exactly is steering the ship there.
Chaos inside and potential consequences in any unexpected public health crisis situation. Lisa, very much to watch closely today. And thank you very much. Lisa Shing is in Washington.